Welcome to the channel. Today we have a very interesting topics as to do nightclubs and alcohol influence Japanese investment decisions. Are Japanese want trust, stability, quality of life, and growth as their preference. This in general is video our video number 106. There is a comprehensive checklist of lifestyle and environmental factors Japanese may consider for on-site projects where Japanese staff or managers may be present. What are their priorities based on Japanese corporate investment tendencies? The number one important factor is what they prefer is safety and security. That is, low crime rates in the project and residential area, preferably gated communities or secure housing compounds for expatriates, reliable law enforcement and emergency services, safety of roads and transport routes. Number two important factors which they would like to consider is housing and accommodation. That is, quality modern apartments or villas, proximity to project site or city center, utility reliabilities, for example, availability of electricity, water, and internet, etc., or availability of furnished or semi-furnished options. And then इसके साथ ही बैकअप जनरेटर्स भी हो और यूपीएस सिस्टम भी मौजूद हो। तीसरा उनका कंसर्न अमूमी तौर पर होता है हेल्थ केयर, जिसमें एक्सेस टू इंटरनेशनल स्टैंडर्ड हॉस्पिटल्स एंड क्लिनिक्स, availability of English speaking medical staff, emergency medical services nearby, or health insurance coverage options. चौथा बड़ा फैक्टर एक्सपेट्रिएट के लिए जापानीज एक्सपेट्रिएट के लिए एजुकेशन और चाइल्ड केयर, दैट इज international or high quality private schools for children, daycare and preschool facilities if staff have young children, safe commuting options to school. The fifth important concern of the Japanese investor is transportation and connectivity. That is, well-maintained roads and highways, reliable public transport or shuttle services, access to international airports for travel, or availability of taxis or ride-hailing apps. छठा फैक्टर जो उनके लिए इम्पोर्टेंट हो सकता है वो है सोशल एंड कल्चरल अम्यूनिटीज, दैट इज supermarkets are stored with international and preferably Japanese products. Japanese are international restaurants, gyms, parks, and recreational spaces, cultural centers, or Japan expatriates community groups. Seventh important factor, but it is of low priority, and that is entertainment. Restaurants, cafes, and casual nightlife, bars or availability of hard drinks. Nice to have, but not essential. Limited consideration of nightclubs, but it is a really a factor. Number 8 concern is communities, communication and business infrastructure, reliable internet and mobile connectivity, Business support services such as banks, courier services, and office supplies, co-working spaces, or conference facilities. Number one, Number nine is climate and environmental factors. Tolerable climate for expatriates, extreme heat or cold may be deterrent. Low levels of air and water pollution, clean and dust-free living and working environment. Regarding lifestyle and social consideration environments, Japanese investor might take into account not just the business fundamental, accessible, but important, especially for long-term expatriate assignments or company-led projects where Japanese staff will be based in the host country. For this, expatriate comfort and lifestyle is important. Japanese investors do consider quality of life factors, but typically in a practical, family oriented sense. Housing quality, as discussed earlier, safe neighborhoods, modern apartments, or housing compounds. Schools for children, if staffs are relocating with families, healthcare and access to international standard hospitals, shopping and dining options, including availability of familiar food and Japanese cuisine. And what expatriates furthermore may like, that is nightlife or alcohol availability, that is nightclubs, bar and hard drinks, is usually not a primary consideration. ये कोई बड़ा फैक्टर उनके लिए नहीं है. For the Japanese corporate investment, Japanese work culture emphasize उनका काम, उनकी preference है productivity, discipline, and family-oriented living. Social entertainment may be a plus point for some younger staff, but it is generally secondary to security, safety, and basic amenities. These companies tend to prioritize cultural safe environments, loud nightlife, district bars, district bars or areas with night crime rates may actually be seen as a deterrent, not an attraction. This is very important. Corporate expatriates often live in gated communities or community provided housing, which may have limited direct access to nightclubs. Exceptions could be there for projects with long-term foreign managerial presence. Some urban amenities like restaurants, international bars, gyms, cultural centers are appreciated. But hard drink bars or nightclubs are rarely a deal breakers. In a sense, Japanese investors are more concerned about operational efficiency, activity, security, and staff well-being rather than entertainment perks. Bottom line is, availability of nightclubs or hard drink is not a major factor in Japanese investment decisions. What matters more is safety, infrastructure, expatriate facilities, schools, and healthcare. Entertainment is a nice to have, but not must have. With this, we conclude our today's discussion on this subject of investment, whether Japanese investors prefer nightlife and consider nightlife as their one factor for decision making, or they prefer safety, infrastructure, expatriate facilities, productivity, and healthcare, etc., etc. Thank you very much. Stay tuned and thank you. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe as soon as possible. Thank you very much.